In a world where sports leagues compete not just for talent, but for attention, one move can shake the entire landscape. The WNBA just got hit with something it never saw coming, and it came from the world of golf. That's right. The CEO of LIV Golf, the controversial and ultra-rich league that turned professional golf upside down, has now taken a direct jab at the WNBA, and it all centers around one name, Caitlin Clark. What started as a simple invitation turned into a massive storm that's now echoing through both sports. So what exactly happened? And why is LIV Golf's boss throwing shade at the WNBA over Caitlin Clark? Let's break it down. To understand this, you first have to know what LIV Golf is. Funded by billions from the Saudi Public Investment Fund, LIV was created to rival the PGA Tour, and in just a few years, it completely disrupted professional golf. Big money, new formats, global stars, LIV didn't play by the rules. And now the man behind that revolution, Greg Norman, LIV's CEO, is setting his sights on something new, expanding beyond golf. His message? LIV isn't just a golf league anymore. It's a global sports brand. And who better to bring attention and crossover appeal than Caitlin Clark, the biggest name in women's basketball and arguably the most influential young athlete in America right now. Earlier this week, LIV Golf's CEO made waves when he publicly extended an invitation to Caitlin Clark, not just to attend a live event, but to participate in their celebrity charity Pro-Am series alongside global icons and influencers. But here's where things took a shocking turn. Norman didn't just invite Clark, he took a brutal jab at the WNBA in the process. When asked why he wanted Caitlin involved, Norman said, "Because she deserves to be treated like a superstar, not like a sideshow attraction fighting for respect." That single statement hit like a thunderclap across sports media. Fans immediately recognized the subtle shot aimed directly at the WNBA, a league often accused of failing to protect and promote Caitlin Clark, despite her being the main reason for record-breaking ratings and sold-out arenas. Let's be honest, the WNBA has been divided ever since Clark entered the league. She brought in massive viewership, sponsorships, and global headlines. But instead of being celebrated by her peers, she became the center of controversy. Rough fouls, on-court targeting, media bias. Fans have repeatedly accused the league of being jealous and ungrateful toward Clark's impact. Even casual fans have noticed that the WNBA seems hesitant to crown her as its new face, almost as if they're afraid of her overshadowing established stars. So when LIV Golf's CEO said Clark deserves to be treated like a superstar, it wasn't just praise. It was a public embarrassment for the WNBA, a reminder that other leagues might value her more than her own. And here's where it gets really interesting. Insiders close to LIV claim that Norman isn't stopping at a celebrity invite. There's talk, serious talk, that LIV might offer Clark an ambassador role, potentially worth millions, to represent their brand across sports and global events. Imagine that, a 22-year-old WNBA rookie becoming the face of LIV Golf's international crossover campaign. The offer isn't just symbolic, it's a message. Caitlin Clark's reach goes beyond basketball. And if that deal happens, it could set a precedent for female athletes everywhere, showing that marketability and influence can break league boundaries. Social media exploded after Norman's comments. Fans flooded X, formerly Twitter, with reactions like, "LIV Golf gets it. They treat stars like stars. WNBA should be ashamed that another league appreciates Clark more than they do. Caitlin Clark is the future of sports, not just basketball. Even some WNBA insiders privately admitted that Norman's statement hit a nerve. One anonymous team executive reportedly said, "It's embarrassing when another sport calls you out for not protecting your biggest draw." Meanwhile, sports analysts pointed out that LIV's marketing strategy has always been bold and controversial, and this move was no different. Norman knew exactly what he was doing, stirring debate, creating buzz, and positioning LIV as a league that values entertainment and individuality above all else. So far, the WNBA has stayed completely silent on Norman's remarks. No official response. No comment from Commissioner Kathy Engelbert. That silence is speaking volumes, because this isn't the first time another organization has indirectly called them out over how Clark is treated. From NBA legends to media figures like Stephen A. Smith and Charles Barkley, the message has been consistent. The WNBA isn't doing enough. And now, with LIV Golf entering the conversation, it's no longer just an internal issue, it's a global embarrassment. Caitlin Clark herself hasn't directly responded to the invitation, but her recent interviews have hinted at frustration. She's talked about wanting to be part of something bigger, to help women's sports evolve beyond boundaries. Those comments suddenly make more sense. Because for Caitlin, this isn't just about basketball. It's about respect, recognition, and the freedom to choose who values her worth. And with LIV Golf offering a platform, backed by huge resources and global exposure, she might just take that step. This entire saga raises a massive question. Why does it take another league, in a completely different sport, to highlight how special Caitlin Clark is? Because that's what LIV's CEO did. Whether you love or hate the comment, it exposed something undeniable, that Caitlin Clark's influence has outgrown the WNBA's ability to manage it. She's not just a basketball player, she's a brand, a movement, a symbol of generational change. And every time another sports leader recognizes that, it makes the WNBA look smaller for not protecting its biggest star. So, will Caitlin Clark accept LIV Golf's invitation? Will she step onto that green, symbolically crossing the line between sports and sending a message to the WNBA that she controls her destiny? Only time will tell. But one thing is crystal clear. LIV Golf just threw a bold punch, and the WNBA is reeling. Caitlin Clark doesn't need validation, but the fact that another league is giving it to her, that's the real story. This isn't just about golf or basketball anymore. It's about who truly recognizes greatness and who's too blind to see it. If you enjoyed this breakdown, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe for more exclusive sports stories, and let us know in the comments. Did LIV Golf just say what everyone's been thinking?